Maharaja Krishnachandra, during the period of the Bargi invasions in Bengal, shifted his capital from Krishnanagar to a village which he named Shibnibas, after Lord Shiva. Here, he established a beautiful royal palace and several temples. Of those, only 3 temples survive today, each standing about 60 feet tall. There is an interesting story behind the establishment of his capital at Shibnibas. In today's video, I will share a brief account of this historic place. First of all, welcome to my channel, and please don't forget to subscribe. After suppressing a notorious bandit named Nasrat Khan, Maharaja Krishnachandra arrived at a dense forest near Nadia. Having defeated the bandit, he spent the night there. The following morning, while washing his face on the riverbank, a rohu fish suddenly leaped out of the water and landed in front of him. At that time, one of the Maharaja's relatives, Krishnaram of Anulia, said to him, "This place is exceptionally beautiful. Moreover, even the provisions fit for a king seem to present themselves before your majesty on their own. If you choose to reside here, it will surely bring you prosperity." The Maharaja was then searching for a safe refuge from the atrocities of the Bargi raiders. Finding the location suitable, he fortified it by surrounding the area with river channels in the shape of a bracelet, making it more secure. At Shibnibas, Maharaja Krishnachandra performed the grand Vedic rituals of Agnihotra and Bajapaya Yajna with great ceremony. On this occasion, distinguished scholars who had gathered from places such as Kashi and Kanchi conferred upon him the title of Agnihotri Bajapaya. During that period, Shibnibas was regarded as being comparable to Kashi in sanctity and prestige. The temples established by Krishnachandra at Shibnibas represent a significant contribution to the traditional architectural style of Bengal temples. The first temple here is known as the Raja Rajeshwar Shiva Temple. Among local people, however, it is more commonly referred to as the Burro Shiva Temple, Old Shiva Temple. This temple does not fall into any of the conventional categories of traditional Bengali temple architecture. It stands on a high plinth and features an octagonal plan. The temple is crowned with an umbrella-shaped dome, while each corner of its steep walls is adorned with slender minaret-like pillars. The arches above the entrance and the decorative blind arches on the remaining walls were constructed in the Gothic style. The temple was established in 1757. It houses and worships daily one of the largest Shiva Lingams in eastern India, carved from black touchstone, Kashti stone, and standing approximately 9 feet tall. Because of its great height, a staircase has been built to allow devotees to pour water, milk, and other offerings over the top of the Shiva Lingam. The staircase ascends from one side and descends from the other, enabling worshippers to climb up, offer their prayers, descend on the opposite side, and complete a full circumambulation of the sacred lingam. Adjacent to it stands the Raghaveshwar Shiva Temple, a square-shaped four-roofed, Chara temple built on a high plinth. The temple was established in the Bengali year 1684, corresponding to 1762 CE. An inscription plaque is preserved within the temple. The inscription reveals that Maharaja Krishnachandra's second queen was regarded as the very embodiment of goddess Lakshmi. It is believed that the Maharaja built this temple in her honor, while the first Shiva temple may have been dedicated to his first queen. The Shiva Lingam in this temple is slightly smaller than the one in the first temple, measuring about 7 feet in height. Like the previous temple, it also has a staircase that allows devotees to pour offerings onto the top of the lingam. Nearby stands the Rama-Sita Temple. This temple is also built upon an elevated plinth. A tower rises above a partially hall-like structure, creating an overall form that is nearly square in shape. The roofs of the hall sections are designed in the shape of isosceles trapeziums. The roofs above the sanctum are not triangular, but instead possess a rare bell-like profile. The arches of both the hall and the tower were constructed in the Gothic style. The temple was established in 1762. Notably, none of the temples at Shibnibas feature terracotta ornamentation, which is otherwise common in many Bengali temples. In 1824, the British scholar Bishop Heber stopped here while traveling by boat to Dhaka. He visited the temples and was deeply impressed by them. Later, he published a description of these temples in a journal released in London in 1828. With the support of the Birla Janikalian Trust, the temples of Shibnibas underwent restoration during 1965 and 1966. To visit Shibnibas, take the Ged local train from Sealdah and get off at Majda station. Shibnibas is located about 2 to 3 kilometers from the station. So, this was a brief introduction to the historic and fascinating heritage of Shibnibas.